Hello and welcome back to South Coast Busways, where I'm back after a week of absence. I hope you've enjoyed silence from me. Now you have to listen to my voice again. But we're back looking at Portsmouth, because we have just been given a rail replacement order between Portsmouth Harbour and Cosham. So, we need to serve Portsmouth Harbour, Portsmouth and Southsea, Fratton, Hilsea and Cosham. So, let's serve Portsmouth, the Hard. Oh, that's via city centre. What about the Hard? That's via city centre. Okay, we'll use the Hard interchange. Why not? Then to serve Portsmouth and Southsea, we're going to use city centre south. Then to serve Fratton, we're going to come up and serve it by way of... let's see, we're coming out this way, so let's go this way and serve it by Fratton Bridge. Then we need to serve Hilsea, which is up here, which we will do, I think, by going out this way, up this side, then going through here. Let's put a waypoint there. There we go. That should be taking us exactly how I said. Not quite. Okay, so I need another waypoint. I will put it there. Very nice. That's still not going exactly the way I want it. I want it to go that way. And now it's saying it's best to go this way, which I also don't want it to do. I want it to go this way, like that. So now it should be going the way I want it to. Please ignore the roundabout. Yes, and then it needs to serve Cosham, which we're going to do at Cosham Interchange. So we have all of our stops, and then the way back... Oh, hang on. I need to adjust this. Because I want it to go via down here and here. There we go. Then on the way back from Cosham Interchange, we go down to the existing stop at Norway Road. Then let's put a waypoint here, or not. We'll put it there. Very nice. Then we'll put another one there. Or not. Yeah. Rail replacement. This is fun. I'm doing this because we actually have a few spare buses down at SV. Because we've got Citaros and we have some Tridents. So this is going to be quite a fun rail replacement. This is certainly one that if I lived in the area I would be looking forward to. Rail replacement side of SV down in Portsmouth. There we go. Now it's going the right way. And we will serve Fratton Station there. No, we won't. Well, we will, but we're going to go this way. Fratton Bridge. Then we'll serve Southsea Station there. And the Hard Interchange there. Very nice. That's our rail replacement service from Portsmouth to Cosham. So now I'm going to go to this rail replacement service. And we're going to edit the timetable, because it takes 58 minutes, which I'm not entirely a fan of, so I'm going to have it sit here for 15. And then it'll have a 15-minute break there, just to make sure that this works. And then I'll assign it manually. So it needs to be provided... Oh, it needs to be provided immediately. Okay. Well, that's oof. I thought they would at least give some times for these assignments, but that's okay. So first one's going out at 1956, and the next one can go out at 2026. Hopefully, like, assigning it to run half hourly will be enough. So let's... It's 2026 now, we will assign. Ooh, what does that say? That just says Cosham Interchange. Of course it does. So. Rail replacement services. That's not what I was expecting to do today, but I don't mind. What I was expecting to do today was something more out this way. In Redland. But I was also thinking Blue Land, because we don't really have much in Blue. Maybe another service down to Hayling Island that looks more at Mayham rather than West Town. Or, you know, town services between Havant and Waterlooville. Because there's a lot to cover here, and we have sort of our main axes covered. But we don't really have local services all that much. Like, the 109 kind of... The 109 kind of does a local thing, but it's still Havant to Denmead. Is this also the 109? This is... yeah. Yes, it does a little bit of a local thing, but it is still broadly Havant to Denmead. So I was thinking of doing some more local stuff around here. It is now 2106. I will, however, send the next bus out at 21:25. Because it's hourly, you know, overnight, that can be hourly, that's fine. Although I wonder where these buses are now. There's a lot of people waiting. Oh, there's one. Yeah, there's actually a lot of people waiting, so maybe I should get back to sending them half hourly. So let's send... you. And then we will send one at 21:55 or 21:56. And we have regular stuff to assign. Which I'm aware will include the rail replacement services. Or will it? It doesn't look like it's going to, actually. No, I don't think it's going to. That's fine then. Okay. So, yeah, assigning to all garages, not just this one. And I believe we have enough buses across the network where we won't need to fiddle with anything. Because I don't like it when I have to fiddle with things. That's just not what I want out of this. I want to just be able to hit go. SM Shed 2 is a bit short. Which is unfortunate, because I think that's at capacity. Indeed, SM Shed 2 I believe is at capacity. Well, that one's an OC type, which is fine, that's doable. But I don't mind running a hybrid on it if we have a hybrid that we can assign. And I think that might be doable. I mean, let's have a look. 1745, no. 1750 is when our actual assignment is. I'm gonna put a hybrid on that. And there is a way to make that work. I'm gonna move this 1805-14, put the 7 there, because that 1805-14 can go there. And we're coming up to next assignments for the rail replacement. In fact, here it is, 2156. So let's see how the rail replacements are getting on. It's rammed. It is rammed. But that's fine. We just need... I mean, these are the first ones, and because they've come from the Isle of Wight, they have taken a while. So it's not terrible. Could be worse. And we're coming up to our next assignment, the 22 thing. 2225, that's what it is. In fact, now it is. We'll get that on it. 2230 now, and we are building up a significant war chest, which is very nice. Do we have any loans out? Yes, we do. All of them. Great. So, rail replacement episode, very nice. I didn't do much planning. All I know is I didn't want to take 2 weeks off from the series. But yes, my week off was very useful. It was a good break, actually. I can't lie. I think I needed that break for myself as well. Because pushing out 2 videos a week, it doesn't sound like a lot. But when you've got to fit it around other commitments and stuff, especially with me being in 3rd year at uni, it's a lot, actually. It's surprising. So I'm glad to be back, but I'm also glad that I took that break. Have I missed the No, I haven't. Good. Right, okay, it's time to go for this one now. MC6 on the rail replacement. Let's see how the rail reps are doing. They're busy. The rail replacements are absolutely rammed. That's fine. Yeah, these rail replacement, where they say, you know, it must be provided immediately. We expect this number of passengers, but we don't know how long it will last, and then they say how much they're going to pay per passenger. These are really good ones to take out because they normally pay you significantly more per passenger than a single ticket. So if I look at how much my tickets are, my short distance is £1.50, my single is £2.50, they're paying me £4. So that's very good. So yeah, these rail replacement ones are very good to take out. The other ones aren't as useful to take out. But you know, that's how things are. It is now time to send out another bus. The 2350 whatever. Which is going to be MC7, I think? Yes, it is. Very nice. Yeah, so that's that. I should say, the week off, I kind of want to fill you in on what I've been doing while I've been gone. The week that I was gone, I had my formative assessments for my final major project at uni, which, if you're unaware, although I don't know how you'd be unaware, I'm studying graphic and media design at the London College of Communication, which is a very, very intensive course, I have to say. I'm loving it. It's a really good one if you're looking at getting into graphic design, I have to say. But it's very intensive. I would not recommend running a YouTube channel alongside, because it very much demands that you be very present and very active. So, yeah, that's why I took that week off. This week is proving that it's going to be no less eventful. Because I've got a few things up. I have a meeting with a design agency about one of my final major projects. Kind of like a formative assessment, but not quite, a little bit more informal than that. But also because I've had my formative assessment, it's not that. But yeah, that's coming up this week, which, oops, I've not made my presentation for that yet. But it should be fine. It should be fine. All's good. All's well that ends well. Hopefully this does. What I've been thinking of doing is reworking... Oh yeah, back to the game. What I've been thinking of doing is reworking the W1 so that it runs to Bursledon. Like, rather than being a through service from Parkgate to Botley Station, which made sense with the amount of map I had at the time, running it as an out and back from Whiteley to Bursledon, sort of out this way, if you can follow my cursor, to Bursledon, and then pop into Bursledon Station and come back. Which I think will be useful. And then replacing the Botley Station to Parkgate, i.e. the old route of the W1, with a Swanwick local route, but I've been holding off on that for quite some time because I wanted to have Whiteley Village branding for that service, and maybe that route takes over the W1 name, and then the sort of reworked W1 becomes the W4 or something. Where are we with the W's? We're at 3, aren't we? No, we aren't. We're just on W1 and 2. Cool. So yeah. Maybe the route to Bursledon becomes the W3, and then the W1 is like Bishop's Waltham to Warsash or something. I think that would work. How is the rail replacement getting on? Rail replacement seems to be doing okay. It's now 126. So, do I want to get another one going, or it's coming up to 126, so I think I'll get MC8 going. And then we'll see what happens. Yeah, MC8 is now going off on rail replacement duty. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of map research to the west. So to the west will give us Christchurch, hopefully, yeah, it'll give us Christchurch, which is like literally here or something like that, then it should hopefully give us Folkestone and Bournemouth. Although I don't know how far it will really get us. But another thing I wanted to do a livery for is the New Forest. And the New Forest is actually going to be a fairly easy livery to make, because the colour scheme, you know, the colours part of the livery already exists, and we're looking at it. Like, we are looking at it. It's going to be green. And the reason why it's going to be the same green as Vectis is because I also, like, I want to have this feeling that National Busways have some kind of nationally consistent identity, in the sense that there are a number of colour schemes that operations can pick from. So this is going to be, I call this one Green 1. So it's like, you know, the main green scheme. And then there's going to be like a Green 2 and a Green 3, etc. Solent Red use Red 1. Solent Blue, I think they're either going to be Blue 1 or Blue 2. And the Portchester uses Blue 3. I think, is that going to be Blue 3? I know the Portchester's Blue 3. I just don't know if Solent Blue is Blue 1 or Blue 2. I need to create a full suite of colour schemes that I can pick from. That would also make life easier going forward. But there's going to be 2 liveries in Dorset. There's going to be New Forest Greens, which are going to use Green 1. And then there's going to be Jurassic County, which is going to serve the bulk of the bulk of Dorset, including Bournemouth, Poole, as we get down to Weymouth, etc. And that's going to be yellow, one of the yellows. Probably not yellow 1, because I want to tailor yellow 1 to places like Manchester. So it's probably going to be like a yellow 4 or something like that. There's a bit more orangey. Like, you know, something a bit dinosaur coded. Which is certainly a phrase I expected to use on this channel. So yeah, that's the ideas going forward. We're laying out our plans for this series. Now, I am somewhat concerned that everyone is still out doing rail replacement work with Southwestern, and it's getting in towards the daytime. It's 2:50. You know, the depot's readying itself for the day of service, which is all fun. So while the game has a moment, there we go, it's had its moment. We've had 2 solos that have simultaneously broken because they've hit 10,000 miles. Very nice. What is the highest mileage bus at this garage? Mileage. That's the lowest mileage bus, BU17GHN, which is MM30. The highest mileage bus is obviously ESN2, because that was a second-hand bus. But EL8 is now our highest mileage bus. That was new to us anyway, with 31,000 miles on the clock. Well, that's lovely. Another thing is that the 54 is still not activated, and I have plans for that. That's going to get something other than the Omnicity. And I'm between 2 types, one of which will just need a livery, and one of which will need a template kit bash. It would be another sort of fictional variant. And the idea for that, I think, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say it right now, is it's going to be a prototype B5LH. So the idea is the Eclipse Urban I kit bashed into an Eclipse Metro. And the Eclipse Metro has a very similar, the B7L has a very similar layout to the B5LH. So if I kit bash the Eclipse Metro Like, you know, if I do like a second generation kit bash, I can make an Eclipse Metro hybrid, which, you know, I think that would be quite fun. And I know a lot of single-decker hybrids, the 7900Hs have this. They have their battery packs on the roof, like an electric bus. If I go to SM2, you'll be able to see this. And the way I'm thinking of getting around this is... Let's go to one of these. There we go. Yeah, they've got all sorts of stuff on the roof, like an electric bus. And the way I'm thinking of getting around the fact that they're there on the 7900H, but obviously can't be modelled in to the... Oh, rail replacement disruption has been resolved, and the rail replacement service, or the rail disruption has been stopped, and the rail reps have been stopped because the disruption has been resolved. We have got $5,000. Very nice. So, where was I? Oh yeah. So the way I'm thinking of getting around the need for stuff on the roof with a single deck hybrid is going the like making it almost look like a Wright Solar Urban or Wright Solar Metro with the sort of the Wright Eclipse Metro layout, but with an extra row of high floor, and that's where they'd shove the batteries. That's the idea. I don't know if I'll do that for the 54, but that's something I want to do for this series because I think it'd be very fun. The other option for the 54 is Enviro 200s. Very simple. Enviro 200s, very nice. Because we haven't got any classic Enviros on this save apart from the few Enviro 200s down in the island. And a decent chunk of those are second-hand. So, I want some of those, because the Enviro 200 was a very important bus, really, when you think about it. So, you know, that's important. I've said so a lot. I say so a lot. I nearly said it again. But, yeah. So, I said it again. The operations, as I've sort of alluded to, in Dorset, are going to be called Jurassic County Busways. That is a reference to the Jurassic Coast, which I believe is mostly in Dorset. It sort of spans between Dorset and Devon. And I like that name, Jurassic County. And so the yellow, orangey yellow, you know, dinosaur, because, you know, that's what people associate the Jurassic with, is all the dinosaurs that were about. And who doesn't like a dinosaur? My tism is showing, clearly. He says, looking at his extensive bus network. So yes, speaking of my extensive bus network, let's take in the statistics. Because we've done a lot of very rapid expansion in both series where I've not played the game through much. I've just sort of relied on just, you know, having lots of money. So we're now at 73% coverage with a network length of 1,600 miles and 109 routes. And this many vehicles. It's a lot. I know that it's a lot. I can't be bothered to work out exactly how many. So that's you know, the state of the network. I will say it is 1:58 AM on the day that this video goes live. So that's fun. Don't expect this to be very long. And don't expect too much progress either, honestly. Like, I've done no off-camera work that I would want to do the progress that I want to make. So, yeah. If we do anything, it's going to be stuff you've seen before. Which, how long have I been recording? I've been going for half an hour. You know what? That's more than long enough that most of the people who tune in will have already tuned out, so that's fine, because I know these videos do quite well in terms of viewer retention. You'll seem to like listening to me. I don't know why I don't like listening to me. But yeah, these videos tend to do quite well. It hovers around 10 minutes. The good ones do closer to 15. It's very happy. So what I think I might do is now I'm questioning myself, do I do some Waterlooville stuff? I think I do some Waterlooville stuff. And what I'm thinking of doing is this estate up here, down through Waterlooville and Purbrook along the main road, and then down into this estate here. So I'm going to get up OpenStreetMap and find out where exactly that is. OpenStreetMap. I started scrolling up towards Scotland. I do like the West Scotland save as much as it is basically unplayable. It is the Crookhorn estate. And the estate up top is the Weacock estate. Very nice. So let's get the Solent Blue local route colour from the G1. Copy that. What if we sent it through here? Does that have a name? It's Shaftesbury Avenue, which that's amusing. As a Londoner, that is very, very amusing. But it also allows us to serve Crookhorn School directly. So I think that's a very good idea. We'll send it down Shaftesbury Avenue. There is the 108 between the Crookhorn estate in Purbrook and the Weacock estate in Waterlooville. It takes a hair under an hour end to end, or a hair under an hour return, which is very annoying because that would be very nice if it would have a vehicle requirement of just 2 to run a half-hourly service, but here we are. And the timetable for the 108 is done, running every hour on Sundays, and every half hour on Monday to Saturday in the daytime, and every hour again on Monday to Saturday in the evenings. Which is not the most efficient, but it works. So we'll activate that. I wonder if we have enough vehicles to do it now. Because I believe we have a few spare EMs currently at SW. If not, that's a bit of an L. Oh, there's one. Do we have drivers? That's another important thing. Do we have drivers? Yes, we do. Very nice. That can go 1855, that can go, that does 29As. I don't know if I covered exactly what the 29A is, but the 29A exists. Oh, there we are. That's in Esteem. Yeah, that's in Esteem. That can't do that. Oops. But we're only missing one. Yeah, we are only missing one. And I don't mind if an esteem goes out, but I really don't want to have to do that. Yeah, I don't want to put an esteem out. Because the esteems are old. And I've been trying to get rid of them for most of this series. But if they're still useful, the esteems are coming back out to help with 108s. But there we are, there's the 108. It serves the Weacock estate, which is up here, and the Crookhorn estate, which is down here. Isn't that lovely? Then what I think I'm gonna do is skip, like, make a big jump cut to when we have our new bit of map. I think that, yeah, I'm gonna make a big jump cut to when we have our new bit of map. And see what we've gotten from it. Okay, that jump cut was nowhere near as big as I was thinking. I didn't know that we had researchers in overnight. That was not my intent. But apparently we had researchers in overnight, so let's see what we have. We have a bit of New Milton. Oh, we've not even made it to Christchurch. But we have the rest of Brockenhurst. We have Lyndhurst. We don't even have Ringwood. Okay, that's disappointing. We have West Wellow. And Sherfield English, and Orbridge. We don't have anything new in that part of the map because it was just west. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to SV and set off another research to the west. And actually, while I'm at that, it's probably not long now until we have the new 108. So actually, that's, you know, where I'm gonna jump cut to. Right, so we are here on the 7:35 departure from the Crookhorn estate on the 108. Going towards Weacock, which is certainly one of the place names of all time. I do think it's quite funny, actually, because I'm immature like that. And it's doing busy. It's doing busy. But then the buses around here, I feel like they're busier than they would be in real life. Like, the game doesn't really understand suburban bus demand. Because, like, loads of people around here drive. It's like, southern England is full of drivers that would not be using the bus this much. Unless we are just providing that good of a service. In which case, I will take the compliment and run. But I do want these EMs to last a little bit on this route. Because I like them. I like the EM as a type, the 9.7 meter MMC. I don't think I've ever had a bad one. It seems like one of those things where it's like, I've had bad short ones, I've had bad long ones, but I've not had a bad 9.7. I genuinely think the 9.7 meter is the best length of these buses. Sure, go have training. No. Even though I have buses I could rent out. I just can't be bothered. So, I've set another research off. Which, I'm going to check the progress of that. Because if we get Bournemouth, I can tease future expansion. Or even if we get Ringwood, I can tease future expansion. But yeah, we have New Milton, and Barton-on-Sea, and Milford-on-Sea. And we finally have the very tip of the Isle of Wight, which is nice. But yeah, the New Forest Greens are going to operate sort of, this is their northern end. Then they're going to sort of be bounded by this road. Or maybe not, maybe they'll go out to Ringwood. In fact, certainly a main route of theirs will go out to Ringwood. But I don't know about local services. And then they'll probably go down towards Sway, New Milton, and then all of this basically is going to be, yeah, all of this is going to be, that we have now, is going to be the New Forest busways, or New Forest Greens, if you will. And if you've wondered why I've kept around the ancient Sataros, it's because they are going to get a little bit of a relivery in terms of a rebranding, and then they're going to get put on the New Forest services. I kind of want the New Forest services to be very Mercedes dominated, because we won't need double-deckers out here. Oh, lagging. The 6 and 61, they're doing quite well, it has to be said. I almost wonder if the 61 would be better as the 16, just to keep the numbers down. But I'm not sure. Not that it's going to affect services on the numbering of the New Forest services, because they're going to be in the higher 300s. The lowest numbered service is going to be the 350. Or the X35, I don't know. We'll see how things go. Right, we have more map. We have Christchurch. Do we, or is this Folkestone? I think this is the very edge of Christchurch. But we also have Branscore, Burley. We don't have Ringwood yet. Where is Ringwood? Where is Ringwood? Have I completely lost the plot? I haven't. No, Ringwood is literally there. Okay. Well, in this case, teasing future expansion, let's make a new route. It's also going to be green. Because, you know, it's the New Forest Greens. But this is going to be the... I'm going to have this be the X35. So this is going to be the X35 Lymington to Southampton. There you go. Going toe to toe with the buses. Or with the trains. So in Lymington, it's just going to turn back here at this sort of big triangle that makes the town centre. So Prieston's Place, Sports Ground, and then just up the main road as you go. All the way up here. And let's see, where does this road go? This road ends up in Brockenhurst. Then we end up going through Lyndhurst. And then we're going to go in pretty much along the 7. So post me if you don't mind. the X35 is now in situ. So it's a weird hybrid route where it runs non-stop from Southampton to Totton, then it serves Hunsdown Post Office, all of Ashurst, kind of serves Lyndhurst. Well, it does serve Lyndhurst, then it serves Brockenhurst, and from Brockenhurst it then all stops down into Lymington. This is probably going to run... now, does it run hourly or half hourly? That's the question. I think this service should run half hourly, with an hourly Sunday service, which is going to be a big thing with a big difference between most of the operations on the South Coast and those in the New Forest is that most of them won't really have a Sunday service. So, let's have this be every 30 and see what the demand's like. Because bear in mind we're using Sataras on it, they have a capacity of about 75, 80-ish. That seems reasonable. And the timetable for the X35 is now in. So it starts from Lymington at 5:30, and the last one's at 10:30, and it runs every half hour all day. From Southampton, it runs from 6:15 until 22:45, and on Sundays, it runs every hour from 6 till 9, and from Southampton 6:30 till 10:30. Mondays to Saturdays, there is a final bus at 23:15 which runs as far as Brockenhurst Island Shop, which, you know, you would really say is Brockenhurst Town Centre, but nah. I can't be bothered to rename the stop. Or I might rename the stop eventually, who knows? We'll see. But this is going to run using the Sataras, but we don't even have the garage for this route yet, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm going to put my brakes in though, so 5:30. That will have 10 minutes of break at Southampton, I'm fine with that. Then gets back in at 7:49, or else we'll be able to take the 8 o'clock, so we will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we have 8, that's perfect. We can use the existing batch of Sataras. So I'll put 10 minutes in, and then on Sundays, 28 minutes, 8:34, 20, okay, so I can give it 20 minutes of break on Sundays. That's lovely. Confirm, activate that later out of... We don't even have the garage for it, why am I trying to check? But that's that. That's very nice. That's a green route on the mainland. And with that, I'm going to finish the episode off there because I have to edit this thing. So, I will see you next week from the South Coast. Bye-bye.